I'm headed to Embu on behalf of my client from New Jersey in the USA, and she's interested in a 1 acre piece of land, and I'm going to scout 2 properties for her so that she can compare and contrast which one will suit her the best. And as I'm going there, I'm going to fit in the shoes of her as a buyer and as an investor. And in my mind, I'll be like, if I'm the person who's buying this property, what will I do? What will I check? All of those things I am going to confirm on her behalf. I am going to be her eyes, ears, nose, and legs. And I'm also going to just look around, have a minute or two to talk to the neighbors and see what is what. Okay, so my name is Ansese, and I do property verification and due diligence for you as an investor before you purchase property. So I visit the property on your behalf and give you an honest report, give you a detailed report so that you can make a very confident decision to choose to buy that property or not. And I am saying this because I've done this before for my clients from the US as well. And the properties they thought that they would buy, they actually never bought, and they ended up buying something else. So not only am I just doing property verification for you, I am also helping you not to make the wrong decision in terms of, like, you can buy a property but when you come on ground you will really not like it, you understand? So I am also really protecting you from making the wrong decision in terms of buying the wrong property which you probably don't like, you know, it's not to your preference. That is exactly what I'm saying. So I am your risk filter, your risk manager, and your insurance policy. And you can reach out to me for these services on WhatsApp on the numbers +254 703 484 032. I am in Nairobi right now, and when this car starts, I'll tell you what time we leave Nairobi, and I'll tell you what time we're going to arrive in Embu. Embu is roughly 2 hours 45 minutes away from Nairobi. Welcome to this video. We are leaving Nairobi right now, and it's currently 8:22. 8:22 in the morning. I'm gonna update you guys when we arrive in Embu town. So I have arrived in Embu town. This is how it looks like, and it's currently 10:49. So it has taken us around 2 hours 30 minutes to get here, and then we're going to start our journey from here to the site. Currently 11:39, and we are headed to the property. My client already knows the way this whole area looks like, but I'm going to give you glimpse and pieces of how the area is as we head to the property. But she already knows how this area is looking like, so let's see how long it's going to take us to reach there. So it's noon. Okay, so it's 12:01, exactly 12:01. So it has taken us 20 minutes from Embu town to get here. Let me show my client a glimpse. This is just it's a different place from the first place, but you know, this one looks actually, a lot is going on, a lot more is going on here. So this is how it's looking like. Yeah, that is the area. So my client from New Jersey, this area is called Kanyariri, but it's not very far from Kiamuringa actually. it's actually less than 5 minutes drive from Kiamuringa, because I remember where I had alighted last time. So this is called Kanyariri, and it's like a center, and that's how it's looking like. So here is the agent and the person who's taking us to the site. Let's wait and see. It's currently 12:09 and we are headed to the property. So this area is called Kanyariri. And it looks good and actually pretty developed. So we are going to check an acre piece of land. Or I put the camera up here so that my client is able to see everything. Yes, that's better. So we do have a house over here. There is electricity. That line you see up there, that's electricity. That's the pole there. And it has been drizzling. And this is the status of our road. It's very lush green, as you can see. When I came here in January, hey, but right now things have changed. The farmers are plowing their land. They are plowing their land so that they can prepare for the plants to grow because the rains are here. It feels very peaceful. Looks pretty. It really looks pretty. There's a hill there that has been blocked by clouds. Aki Mungu ashikilie tu hiyo mvua. So that's the status of our road, our environment. The road is very passable, but I can tell like they poured maram here. If you can look keenly, they poured maram. So there'll be very little mud when it's raining. That hill there looks scenic. Oh my, it's so scenic. And the clouds are touching it. I'll show you guys. That hill, it looks very, very scenic. Oh my, yes, that one. Yeah, the clouds are up there. I wonder if you're up there, if you can touch the clouds. Ah. So that is the current status. Oh, we're here. Oh, this is the land. Okay. When did we start our journey? It's 12:09. So it has taken us 5 minutes. It's 12:13. 12:13, as you can see. And this is the property. So he's the one taking us through, or you're the one? He's the one. Okay. So utatuelezea kidogo kwa unashuka kwa nduthi?
Nataka nikueleze anje.
Muonyeshe from bacon ya hii side.
Bacon ni hiyo na hii dondo kwa.
Okay.
Kwa mwingine.
Okay.
Na kufika hiyo side nyingine ya chini.
Okay. Sawa sawa. So kuna neighbor. Yeah. There is a neighbor here.
You can pass here, there's no problem.
Oh.
The bottle is there.
Ngoja, acha nikuwekee ndio akusikie.
Yeah,
Hata kuona. Oh, sawa.
Acha nimweke. This is the first bacon. Here we have the water meter. This is the water meter from Awasco. This is the water meter from the Awasco.
Okay.
So the boundary is there.
But hakuna beacon, si ndio?
Beacon ziko.
Beacon
Ziko. Surveyor akikuja atamuonyesha vizuri.
Okay.
You see there is a lazima kukuwe na reserve ya barabara.
This is the beacon.
Hii.
Yes.
The size of plant, na si kuna mbwa mingi pale.
So the size of plant is the beacon. Okay.
So because of the reserve of the road reserve, from the road we must have some you leave a few meters.
Yes.
So this is the first beacon, which is next to that homestead.
Okay.
Naweza muangalilia, ona direct soil. Yeah. Hii ni maji iko hapa. Hii mtaro imejengwa hapa. Hii ni maji. Na hii ni barabara. Okay, this is part of the road reservoir. So hii mtaro iko kwa barabara of which imeshikana na maji. So yeye akikunja kuweka maji, atavuta maji. Hakuna mahali ataenda kuchimba mtaro.
So shamba yenyewe inaanzia after hapa.
Inaanzia after hapa. Inaanzia after hapa. Hapa kwenye tulikuonyesha hiyo the size of plant. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, somewhere there. Tunateremka. Unaweza muonyesha ya kuna neighbors huko. Tunaendelea. Muonyesha this neighbor.
That's your neighbor over there.
The immediate neighbor.
Yeah.
Kuna wengine huko chini.
Okay.
Shika mic yako.
Acha nimuonyeshe. So at the entrance, this is how the area is. And on the right side, that's the boundary. On the neighbors, that's the boundary, and there is a fence. It's really raining. And then when you come across to this side, the fence ni hizi banana trees.
Siko kwa huyo neighbor mwingine.
Oh, ziko kwa huyo neighbor.
Yeah, these flowers zenye siko na yellow shade.
Yes.
That is where the boundary is.
Okay.
Hata ukiangalia hizo vitu zenye zinakaa kama zilikuwa zimewekwa hivi ama venye kumelimwa.
Yes, I can tell. Yeah. Okay, when we come back I'll give her a better detailed part. Tunaweza endelea tu. Sawa. Yeah, twende hadi mwisho kwanza. Ati? Kwenye hakujalimwa. Fanya aje, we tumia tu. Wacha nijue vile nitafunika hii kamera. Hood. Oh, thank you. Okay. So this side there is a very thick bush. Very thick bush. The soil is red. Ooh, the soil is red. I think our clothes will get wet because we are going through. This is a neighbor here. Oh, so shamba inaishia hapa huko chini. Kufika, hebu nijaribu kupitia huku kwa sababu alikuwa amenituma ni that's why amenituma hapa. Eh? Nisikanyage? Oh, food ni mimea. Okay. Mungu shikilia tu hiyo mvua haki. Okay, my client from New Jersey. So we are first going all the way down, and then when I come up, I will be showing you into detail, just like you had told me. So when I'm going back up, that's when I'll really show you. Okay, aki viatu zako. Hapa ni kwa neighbor, si ndio? Okay. Oh, so shamba bado inaendelea kwenda chini. Okay. Hey God, please. Niliambiwa nikuje saa 3. Oh, dam. Hebu kidogo nikweke mic ya kusikia.
Sinaona kwa hii kuna hii
mti.
Kuna hii mti tunaitanga Gruvelaria huku. Then hapo next kuna hiyo euphorbia yenye tunaikanga as boundary
Okay.
Then inarudi hivi venye tu inja limo. Unaona venye inja limo inakaa tu hivyo.
Okay.
And then there is this the water pan ili ya kuharvest maji.
Okay. So hii dam hapa iko part of the shamba.
Iko part of the shamba.
Okay. Sawa. So from here henceforth, I'm going to really give you a detailed view of how the property is. So where I am standing right here, you can see my shoes. It's, man. Whew. Okay. It's raining, however. So where I am standing right here, this is the neighbor's property here. This is the neighbor's property right here. They have planted some maize and beans, and they have a fence as well. And as we come across this way, you can see there is a dam. There is a dam right here. Here there is a dam. There is a dam here, and it goes all the way that way. So this dam is a larger part of it is on the neighbor's side. And then Now, where the property actually starts, the reason why I am standing here on the neighbor's side is because the property of interest, the whole of it is like a bush. The whole of it is a bush and we can't get through it. So as you come down, part of it is like a bush. So you can't pass through the thicket. So I am outside the property and I'm at the neighbor's property. But your property is starting at this euphoria. This euphoria here is starting at that euphoria there. And then it now goes all the way upwards. And you can clearly see here where the banana plant is. It's a dam. And here it's a bush. At the property it's a bush. You can't go through it. And then also because of the rain, and the plants, the way they are, the trees rather, they have water within them. So I hope that is, clear. So the boundary is this euphoria down here. Down here is the euphoria. And then, ini well iko hapa? Well, sawa. Yeah, there is a well here for a neighbor, but this is on the neighbor's side. Where you see the kales is on the neighbor's side. So, yeah, it goes on like this. So right now I am going now to, this is the dam where it is. And as we come across like this, it's a whole thicket. It's a whole thicket and bush. So we can't pass through them. But I had to come across over to this other side so that I can clearly show you. So I'm going to pass through here. I'm going to pass through here and head back there where Evelyn is standing, and then get back to the property as we head upwards so that I can now clearly show you inside the property the way it looks. So your neighbor has planted kales, maize, cat, there is cat. Whew. Yes. So you can see it's a whole thicket and bush. Let me try and give you an angle from the top so that you can see clearly. So this is the angle. As you can see, it's a whole thicket and bush, and this is where the euphoria is, the one that I was telling you. This one, this is the boundary of the property. So across, and the other time I was standing over there and I was showing you this dam here that you see, and I was showing you across over to this other side, that side. So you can see it's a whole thicket and bush, so we can't really pass through it. So we are headed across over to this way so that we can go back to the property. I hope you have really seen its clear view, at least from an aerial view. Yeah, and then something else, part of this dam is within your property, because you can see this euphoria is here and here is the said boundary. So it means that part of this dam is within the property. So we can head across over to this way and I show you now inside the property how it looks. There's where I was standing. There's where the euphoria is, and you can see part of the dam is. So here it's a whole thicket and bush, and we are coming now across this way, across over to this way. I will try and give you an angle from afar. Let me stand here actually. Yes, you see. So even this way, it's still the property where I was showing you the bush. And then I was coming across over from that way. So where those cut is your neighbors. And we are coming across like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. So it's a whole thicket. From here going downwards, it's a whole thicket. And then when you come across this way, this is how it looks. We just have grass and this, a few trees here and there. And across over to this way as well. And where that tank is your neighbor. So from there, coming across this way is your property. And also within here, we also have a bush. We also have a bush around here. So we're actually not passing through this way, through here again, through here. So we'll go outward, go across the neighbor's property and then come back again on this property. So this is how it's looking from this angle. Let me come across over to this other side so that I show you as well. Hey, leo ni tati. So here is the boundary. Here is the boundary because you see, this is the neighbor. This is the neighbor. They have plowed. Ini kulima kweli ama? Yeah, they have plowed. They have plowed. That is where the bush was. Like this, like this, like this. The cut there, that's where the neighbor is. And here we just have grass. So across here, this is how it looks like. So we are going to go outward. Here, as you can see, it's also like a bush here. It's also like a bush. So we're going to go outside and then come back inside again towards the property. So this is how it is. And from this angle, this is how the property is looking like. So I am on the right side of the property. So it's not cleared. It's not cleared. Yeah. So right now it's like we are walking on the edge of the property here. On the boundary, yes, boundary. Oh yeah. Yes. So we have neighbors here. There is a neighbor here. This one, they are building a house. Yes, that's a house there as well. Ipia ni nyumba ya mtu. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yes, there is also a neighbor. This nini that you see here, that's also a neighbor. So you have neighbors around. Yes, and then you have this very beautiful hill. It's very scenic actually. Very, very scenic. So we are walking on the boundary of the property, and so the property is coming again this way. So you can see it's a whole bush over here like that. And you remember when I was down there, I was telling you we won't pass through here because there is this bush. So there is a bush here. Yeah, so right now we are passing on the boundary of the property. And then we are headed back inward, more inward. And from this angle, this is how it looks like. Now I am standing on the inside. I'm on the inside of the property. I'm on the inside of the property. And euphoria ndio boundary, si ndio? Yeah. And this euphoria here is actually the boundary. This euphoria is the boundary. So I'm just close to the neighbors. Close to the neighbor. This euphoria is the boundary. And from this angle, this is how it's looking like. So over there also we have a bush. You can't get through. So the bush actually comes this way it comes this way, all this is bush, all this is bush. All this is bush. And then you get a point there where there is grass where I was standing, and then the bush continues. So let me try and see if I can give you an aerial view with my tripod so that you can see how the property is. Okay. No, I don't. Okay. So on the aerial view, that's how it's looking like on the aerial view. So it's all just bush, 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 bush. You see? Bush, bush, bush. Let me try and stand here as well. So I'm standing on a cleared area. So if we look downwards to where I have come from, that's how it's looking like. You see, it's all bush. It's all bush, 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 bush. And then if we come across this way, here is the boundary. Here is the boundary on this side, but it's also bush. So the bush goes on this way like that, like that, like that. And just a few minutes ago, I was standing there showing you this way. And this is the euphoria that I was showing you. So here it's a cleared area. So let me just walk this way. Here it's also bush, as you can see, you can't walk through. Actually, this whole area like this is just a bush. You can't walk through. So let me stand here so that I can show you from this angle. From this angle over here. So this is your neighbor here, and she has plowed, I think it's maize. It's maize. So from this side as well. You can see the status. This tank, this is the tank that I was showing you the other side when I was coming this way, telling you that the tank is on the neighbor. So this is how it looks from this angle, and here is the boundary. This euphoria is the boundary. That euphoria is the boundary. We have a small cleared space around here, and as we go again, so right now we're walking towards the road. You can see again, it's all bush. It's all bush, 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 bush. Okay, and on this side, this is where the neighbor is. So let me just walk across like this. So right now I'm just walking on the edge. Ooh, I see some animals on the trees. So all this again is bush. You can't literally walk through. You can't walk through. So it's bush all the way downwards. Yeah. So we can't walk through for me to show you the fence on your neighbor's property. So here is where we are right now. And you can see again, it's bush, 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 bush. Bush. All this is bush, but I'll stand over there to show you a crossover to this other side. So from this angle, this is how it's looking like. You can see, I thought these flowers were extinct, but there are so many over here. Okay. So you can see, we can't even see, like this is literally right in front of my face. So I'll try and raise the camera so that you can see how everything is. Okay, so that's me trying to raise the camera with a tripod. That's how it's looking from that angle. I hope the camera is capturing because I can't have a screen. So all the way from an aerial point of view, that's how it's looking like. And again, I have seen the euphoria here as well. This is another euphoria, so this is the boundary again. The other one was down there, so this is another one. So I've come from there. Actually, the other euphoria is there, and then this is the next one. So I've used this path coming across this way. This is on the neighbor's side, and this tree is also on the boundary. So this is how basically it's looking like. I will also show you the entrance very well. Very, very well and very detailed, just as you had requested me. So from the aerial point of view, all this is bush. I can't even walk through. And yeah, I can see like a small ridge. There is a small ridge that's here. I don't know if it will be seen. Will it be seen? Yeah, that there is a ridge. It's a ridge. Like where I'm standing here, this land is higher than this land here. So here where there's grass, it's higher than here where I'm standing. But I can't get in. So it's all bush again. This side is a little bit more cleared like this. Okay. Ooh. So from my back, that's how it's looking like. You can see it's literally a thicket and bush I can't walk through. Okay, so this thicket and bush actually starts from this tree. You see over here. So it goes across this way, this way, this way, this way, this way. And where I was standing was right here where I was trying to show you the ridge. And at this point here, I can't even see where I was coming from because this bush is very high. It's very, very tall. Very, very tall. Even if I raise my camera, even if I try to raise my camera, I don't know if you'll be able to see. I don't know if the camera is showing the sky or it's showing the land. Let me see. Because my camera is a gimbal. So it might show its own things the way it wants. Yeah, so I've raised, my hand is literally raised very high. Very, very high. As well as my tripod. So from this point, from an aerial point of view, that's how the property is looking like. It was raining, but now I'm sweating. So that's how the property is looking like. I hope the camera has done its justice. Let me just put it down slowly and see if it was capturing. Yeah, it was. Okay. So this area, it's not very bushy. And your neighbor, the fence is literally where these trees are. So I'm just like 3 yards from the neighbor. So, okay. It's crazy. Your neighbor has black. Oh my God, my shoes. Look. Your neighbor has black soil, but here it's red. Here it's red soil actually, but your neighbor has black soil. Okay. So Across to this other side, this is how it's looking like that. It's looking like that. So I'm gonna go this side on the right here, show you. So this is the fence. This pole here is where the fence is at. Yeah, so I'm just close to it. We have another small bush over here. So this definitely requires more clearing compared to the other property. And the bush that I was showing you is this one. The one that I was showing you from a higher angle, it's that one. This tree is within the property and I'm standing on the right side. So from this point, this is how it's looking. So most of it is actually bush. Let's say a good 70% or 80% of this property. So you can see the soil is red. The soil is red. Ay. You know what I do? Okay. Yeah. So this area is looking like this. Like that. Okay. And now at the front part, it's cleared. At the front part, it's cleared, and where the lady and the gent are standing, that's where the road is. Yeah. So I have to go back down there to take some photos and then come back this way quickly. Okay, I'm back. So this is your neighbor. It's a whole homestead. I can see they have, I think hii ni nyumba ya kuku hapa. Hii ni nyumba ya kuku. And then they have solar there, as you can see. I don't see any electricity poles over here. So when we go back, I am going to see where is the last nini. So across over here, those bananas trees that you see, they are on the neighbor's side. On the neighbor's side. So I'm just going to walk across this way because we have really not walked on this side. So I can see there is a ridge. There is a ridge here. There is a ridge. So I believe the boundary is these two nini you see, because they are inside, and then there is a ridge here where the banana tree is. It's a ridge. Okay, so from this point, that's where the bush is, all the way downwards, and we are coming across this way like this. That's the hill I was telling you. Looks very beautiful. And as we go across to this other side like this towards the front, we also have another thicket and bush over here. So right now I'm walking on the left side, and that's how it's looking like. And on the right side, it looks like this. It looks like that. And all this side like this, it's cleared. It's cleared. So this is on the right side, and where you see the red soil is your neighbor. So it's like that. And just at the entrance now, I am walking towards the entrance. So there is a ridge here. And the property actually starts from this tree over here. It starts from this tree and it goes all the way downwards like this. Here it's a bush, It goes all the way downwards like this. Like this. And at the beginning of the video you saw the water meter for the Newasco, and now the entrance looks like this. It's maram, so you'll barely have how is it called, mud when it's raining because it's maram. So the property starts from here. The property starts from this euphorbia. Actually, this is a euphorbia here. Your neighbors here are plowing. They are plowing. That's how the road is looking like. And as we come across this way, so this is your property like this. So it starts here, goes all the way this way, this way, this way, this way. This way, hi. All the way this way, this way, this way, this way. Wish I had something to give you. I don't have. So it goes all the way this way. And from this angle, this is the entrance. From this angle, this is the entrance. And here is your neighbor. You have a neighbor here. You have a neighbor here. And the property actually starts from this sisal over here. Okay. Like that. Okay, let me take pictures now. It's 13:07. So as we go back, this is how it looks. People are seriously plowing their land. That's a neighbor. Sana, sana. Oh, unajua. Yeah. Okay. Aski kabisa. So we are headed to the second property that is 1 acre. 1 acre goes for 1.4 million at Kiamuringa. So where we were is called Kanyariri, and where we are headed is called Kiamuringa. Sawa. So right now it is 13, 15, 1:15. It's 1:15 p.m. We are headed to the second site. That's how the neighborhood is looking. It looks so pretty, guys. Very pretty. That's the status of the road. Very lush green. A neighbor. Another neighbor. These are blue gum trees.
Hizi kwenye ni very common, eh?
Very common. Hata tumesikia tu nimezitaja. I know them. eh, So this is our journey to the second property. 1 acre at 1.4 million Kenya shillings. Ndio ama? Sawa.
Naenda kazi yake.
Sawa. So ile property ya kwanza ile ndio alikuwa interested in. So hii ni ingine tu yenye umetaka nione, si ndio?
Hii ni Kiamuringa yenye nilikuwa sasa nilikuwa nimekwambia tupitie Kiamuringa. Tukamwonyesha hiyo na hii.
Okay.
Jimmy. Bago mo dapat kanya rin ko kana po ka porque apa quería ya con morning star. De kiri porque te. Fikiri mpoketa Jimmy. Dave dudine. Ya sawa. Kesho kaenda mkuu. Ndio ikanyarire. Sawa. Mwataria gari. Mwana no mulugu. Ana muvanda.
Haraka na nini?
Sawa. Sasa niko na swali. Ni gani enye ulikuwa umemwambia utanionyesha, ni hii ama ni ile ingine?
Ni zote mbili nimemwambia nitakuonyesha.
Zote mbili ni sawa.
Zote mbili.
Sawa.
Unajua takuwa spare cocktail mpaka sana nataka hiyo. Ningana na nyakasikia kwa mpesa mwenyewe.
Sawa. This is the second property. Inaanza ikienda hivi? Okay. Sasa hii ni 1321. So, yeah, it's 1321. I've actually not looked at the time, but it's 1321. So it has taken us like 5 minutes. Yes, 5 minutes to get here. So hii pia ni 1.4. Okay. So this is how the property is looking like. So this is the property actually. So as I'm walking, hapa ndio boundary. This is the boundary. Okay, the other boundary is where there is the neighbor's fence. Right there. Right there is the neighbor's fence. So this is the boundary. So we are going to walk all across this way. We are walking on the boundary. So this is the second property. We have a neighbor across there doing farming, and this is maize as well. So this is the second property. 1 acre at 1.4 million Kenyan shillings. Hii ni red ama ni black soil? Red soil. Okay. So this guy is taking me all the way to the end of the property, and we are walking on the boundaries. On the boundary, and those are the neighbors there. The reason why you actually see me walking very fast is because the clouds are getting very heavy. It's about to pour down thunderously. Up to here. Okay. Okay.
From there?
Up to here. Okay. So this is where we are, and this is the boundary, and it goes across all that way. Huh? Oh.
From there up to here.
Oh, this euphoria?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
You see the maize?
Yes, the maize. Yeah. Yeah, so from here, from this pole you see right here, your pole, sindio? Coming all across to this way, where we are standing.
The beacon.
This is the beacon. The euphoria is the beacon. The euphoria is the beacon, and this is how the property is looking like. Okay, so as I walk this way, like this, I will try my best not to step on the maize because maize has been planted here. Habari zenu. So you can see this pole over here. This pole, this is where the property is starting here, and then it's going across all over to that area where the euphoria is. So I'll walk across to the euphoria again to show my client. So this is the euphoria, this one right here. That's the euphoria. So this is the boundary on this side. So it is on gently sloped. This is red soil. You can see we have neighbors here who are farming, plowing their land because it's now the rainy season. So they have to prepare their land so that when the rain comes, their crops can germinate and produce. So this land is on a terrain slope, and yes, as you can see, it is on the road. And as we go back, I am going to show you where the last electricity pole is, and this property is 5 minutes away from the main road. I can also see the neighbor is rearing bees. You see, the neighbor is rearing bees as well. Huku kuna maji? Yeah, Wasco. Yeah. So you see that's a neighbor there. I've asked him if there is tap water. He said yes, there is tap water, but I believe him because the first property we went, there was the water meter as well as the other first property. So this is the euphoria as well, and as you can see, this is how the property is looking like.
Barabarani inaweza kuwa ngumu. Side ya barabarani inaweza kuwa ngumu, but side ya chini inaweza ongezea, but this one shamba yake ata expand from this neighbor because I'm sure watakunja kuuza one time watakunja kuuza yeah. Okay. Ndio yule alikuwa ananielezea yule anaitwa Mutisia. Niambia anaitwa Mutisia, ameniambia hata yeye anajua kutakunja kuuzwa siku moja.
Okay. So there is a neighbor here. Yeah, there is a neighbor here, so there might be a possibility of expansion, and this is the boundary, and this is the land of interest. And then across over there, that's the neighbor. So across over here you have your neighbor who is a farmer. As you can see, they're even doing beekeeping, they are plowing, and they're also rearing cattle. And at the boundary of the property, you also have someone from the eastern part of Kenya owning land there where that tree is. Yes, just after the boundary. So this property that is across here is for someone and might be a possibility of sale in future. So the way you wanted to expand your land and have expansion of land within the same area, this could be a possibility for you. But the other side, we have neighbors all across, and they are living there, they have built, they are doing farming. So this one is just empty land. The owner has not done anything. Yeah. Acha nimuonyeshe huku mara ya mwisho. But huku nishamuonyesha. So this is really how the whole area looks like. I'm just going across here over to the fence to show you. So this is your neighbor. I think they have planted maize as well. Ooh, they have planted maize as well. So this is how it's looking like. So we are headed this way now. I'm walking on the right side, trying my best not to step on the maize. This place is well drained. It is a well drained red soil, good for farming. Okay, and this is your neighbor. So generally this is how the area is looking like. All the way to the down there, it's pretty much the same. And where Evelyn is walking, that's the boundary across over to the other side. Yes, so I'm walking on the right, she's walking on the left. On the other property we could not do that because of the bushes, so we had to pass through other people's, you know, property and stuff. Not, yes, other people's property because there was a bush. But here everything is cleared. Your neighbors. This is an ant hill, I believe. But you can see it's red soil, but it is well drained. Well drained. Your neighbor, permanent houses, they have solar. There is no electricity. Now, as we go back, I'm going to start my video from here as we go back, and we will see how far the last pole is. We'll see how far the last pole of electricity is from here. So I'll start a video as we go back, and we will be headed to the last property. So here the boundary is also clearly defined by your neighbor and by where Evelyn is walking as well. So we have chicken rearing here. Actually, this is one neighbor and that there is another neighbor. So these are two different plots. This is one property, and where that other house is another property. Yeah. And let me give you a clear view of the entrance. So I'm here at the entrance. Mungu tu ndiye alisaidia nikavaa viatu mzuri. And this, so this is where the property is starting, and it's going all this way. And this is the access road, and this is the entrance. Yeah, sijamuonyesha huku. And this is where the other boundary is. Where you see all these trees lined up, that's where the other boundary is. And then we have neighbors also across to this side. They have plowed their land. All of them have plowed their land. And that is one house over there. And then that is another one over there. Oh yeah. Zimejificha kwa miti. And then there's one here. There is another here. There is another here. There is another here. So you pretty much have neighbors here. Yeah. On the other side too. Let me show you.
And then there is that hill.
Yes. There is this hill here. There is that hill there. We have a neighbor. We have a neighbor. This, we have a neighbor here. That's one neighbor. Yeah. So it's 2:07 and we are headed to the last property. Oh. So we are headed to the third property. So I am going to start a video from here as we head out because this area has no electricity. So I'm going to start this video and we are going to see how far it is from here to where the last electricity pole is. But this property is 5 minutes from the tarmac road. 5 minutes. Yeah. So this is our ride over here. That is our ride. Habari yako? Habari?
Kusamani maumira mukumumbira maumira. Sisi na uko mada moto simpindue pikipiki eh?
Oh.
Mimi namuona miguu. Wewe nilienda gym asubuhi. Kafanya leg exercise.
Okay. Kuna muscle cramps.
Hata ni nyama nasikia sikiu.
Si niyo inaitwa hiyo muscle cramps ukinini alafu inaanza kutea.
Kwanza kesho.
We.
Maybe this place is not far.
Si far. It's in 5 minutes tu. Haki kunakaa vizuri. But hata her mind, by the way.
Distance am mind.
Her mind, I realize.
Alafu unaona mwenye hii shamba.
Hii.
Hiyo tenye tumetoka saa hii. Ni wale watu wenye anauzanga property zake anauzanga. So he knows how to handle the customer eh?
Yeah.
Si kama wengine unasikia mtu nje yuza property ingine.
So hajui ku handle the sale.
Kama sasa unaona hii ingine. Ni by the time the agreement ifike. Hawa karu spacious.
Yes. Na hawajui hizo vitu zinafaa zinaendanga polepole.
Zinaendanga pole pole. Barabara iko sawa.
Sawa. Hana shida by the way na nini distance. Ili realize. That's a neighbor.
Wale watu sasa wamefika hapa tungedanisha nao. option 1.
Okay.
Sasa tutarudi na option 2.
Okay. So we are starting the journey to the third property. It's currently 2:30 p.m. So let's see how long it's going to take us. This is the status of the road, and I'm going to show my client the neighborhood as well. So there are two routes. This is the first route, and then when you come back, we'll use another route. Neighbors, neighbor. People here are seriously plowing their farms for the rains.
Maandiko kule kuna mazishi hapa.
Mm. You can see there is electricity here. Yeah, ni mazishi. Simona gari ya hearse.
This is quarry.
There's a quarry here. It's so peaceful. I can still see electricity. That's how the road is. We still have electricity on site. Yeah. So this is how. So we are entering through here. I can see we still have electricity. There. We are going to where? We are going to that hill. We still have electricity on site. The soil is red. And then we are taking this other corner. Maize being planted. On this other side, I don't know what is. We still have electricity on site. The neighbors. The neighbors. Neighbor. 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 We still have electricity. Neighbor. Okay, we are here at 2:36, so it's just 6 minutes from the main road.
That is main road 1.
Yeah, 2:37. Yeah, so six minutes from the first route. So we use 2 routes coming to this property. So we are here.
How do you see the Christmas house?
Looks good. Electricity is on site. Nakaa poa.
Ile simeko ile sign imepanda na hiyo shamba.
Okay. Kunakaa vizuri.
Hapa kuna hii beehive. Ni mimi niliuza. Ilikuwa ya madam anaitwa Lydia. Sasa
Beehive farming.
friend ni sister ya Hawa. Ilikuwa shamba ya familia. Hapa kuna ile nyumba kunaitangwa kwa Dane. So I know basically I know everybody here.
Yeah. So we are walking towards the land.
The view.
The view. Hey, it looks nice. It looks so nice. Kunakaa vizuri kwa mtu mwenye anataka hiyo nini? Farm life. It's a good place. Kila mtu ako na preference yake. I'm actually seeing several trees here with beehive. So there is bee farming. The camera can't zoom in well, but here we do have bee farming. You can just hear birds only chirping. Ati ndio? This is we're headed to Wycliffe's land. Yeah. This is how it's looking. So calm and peaceful. Okay. Yep. So it starts from this euphorbia. Huh? Yeah, ebu shika microphone. Ndio hata kama niko nyuma, ukiongea nasikia.
Okay, yeah. Starts from here. From this is a bacon, Starts from this bacon. Okay, you can see the bacon, the boundary between this land, between this and this, Yeah. This is the bacon, Kada kai? You follow this, You follow this, the way the euphorbias have been planted.
So we are still covering the 1 acre?
Yes. This is the second boundary on the lower side.
Okay.
So this the neighbor over here who has fenced his land. I'm the one who sold to him this land, the 4 acres. And he has drilled the borehole. Hiyo ni borehole amedrill hapo. You can see the borehole. Sikakuwa kwa wenyewe sana. Okay, he stays in States.
Okay.
Hata yako US. Ni sisi tulimusia hii 4 acres.
Oh, it's for
From huko chini mpaka huko juu.
Okay.
So this one, the boundary ends here. This is the second beacon. This is the phobia.
Yeah, the euphobia.
This is the second beacon. When it comes to the, let me take a photo on this angle. Sijai mchukulia, alikuwa ameniambia nimchukulie na hii angle. Okay. Tunapanda, unaona venye nje alimo? Yeah, they are doing avocado, They are planting the hash avocado. Hii ya Wycliffe, ni venye tu nje alimo. Unaona venye inaka? That is the real. Ndio hiyo nje alimo. Nini?
Shida tu.
Haina shinda. Ninakwambia ni venye sasa haijalimwa. Hii ndio shamba ya Wycliffe venye haijalimwa.
Okay.
Can you see the view? The way it is beautiful, the view from here.
Yeah.
So tunapanda hivi venye iko. The third boundary, it's supposed to be somewhere here. But whenever the surveyor comes, because the surveyor must come, lazima arudishe. Ilikuwa somewhere here.
Okay.
I think wenye walikuwa naninua naweka hizi vikingi.
Walitoa the euphobia.
Walitoa the euphorbia. Si unaona ile ingine it is clearly defined, it is well marked. Okay. But generally the land is the one yenye haijalimwa. Unaona venye imerara, venye haijalimwa. It is well defined. Yani inaonekana.
Yes.
Ni venye tu haijalimwa. Hao ni avocado wanalima. Tupitie hapa.
So this side that cloud is the neighbors. Ni hivyo tu.
Ni hivyo tu.
So this side that's plowed is the neighbor, and then now where there is grass going down this way all the way to that tree, the way we were walking across like this, that's how the whole property looks like. That's a neighbor from the States, bought 4 acres. He's planting hash, avocados, and you also have a neighbor. Na maji huku? Yes, you are city council? Okay. Okay, there is electricity. Let me see if it can be seen.
The post is somewhere.
Yeah, I can see it. I don't think it can. There is a post here. Yes, but it's not being seen on the camera. But where that red house is, this one, there is an electricity post right there. Yeah, so we are walking through the property. Hey, people are serious. When I came here in January, they had not plowed. Now everyone is plowing. So right now people are planting maize.
Yeah, okay, we have 2 seasons here.
Mm-hmm.
We have this season and the next season is between October, November, December.
Mm-hmm.
And this one is in March,
Mm-hmm.
April, May.
Okay.
So between June, July, August, they do normally do harvesting and then preparation for the next season.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's how the property is looking. Where it's only grass. Yeah, this other side is for the neighbor. So we are headed back to the road where we started. Electricity is right here. City Council water, Ewasco is here as well. So, habari. So from here, ini nini maharagwe? Oh, mmepanda mahindi? Phobia. Okay. Yes. Yes. Kwa barabara. Okay. Okay, so this is the euphorbia. This where euphorbia is, that's where the road is supposed to end, or the plot is supposed to end. Yes, and this Nini, this euphorbia. Hey, is it being seen? This one. Yes, this one. That's where the property is ending, right here. So from here, this is where the property is supposed to end. And same as you see this one, your neighbor here, they've planted that euphorbia as well, but that is supposed to be the road. So all this way, including this, so it's like a 9-meter wide road. You see this euphorbia here? That's the road as well. So from that euphorbia, coming all the way this way to this euphorbia there, that's where the 9-meter wide road is. But the neighbors, they've just planted on the road. Yes, but the beacons of your proposed property is here. This one here. That's the euphorbia. Yeah. And from this angle, this is how it's looking. It's gently sloped, well-terrain, red soil. Electricity is on site, as well as water. So neighbors wako na water meter? Sawa. Tuangalie please. I've loved the first one and the second one. No, as in the second one and the third one. So this is where... Huh? Oh. So we're going this way. Oh, it starts on this. Yeah. So this is where we started. And that is the whole property. Like that. Okay, so we have come to the end of this video. I was supposed to check the water meter, but I have just had a call with my client and she has said she's not interested in this land. So I'm not going to do, the rest that had remained. But yes, that was it. So if you're watching this video and you need someone to be your eyes and ears on ground to give you an honest, independent opinion, facts about a property, you can reach out to me on WhatsApp on the numbers +254 703 484 032. I will go and scout out the property for you, visit the property physically, check the GPS coordinates, take wide-angle shots of videos and photos, look at the amenities, confirm the access roads, the electricity, water, what are the neighbors doing, the kind of developments, all of those things that you will have confirmed if you are here. I will definitely do that for you. So you can reach out to me on WhatsApp for consultation before you commit on the numbers +254 703 484 032.